Hello there everyone and welcome to Simply Simon. Since you clicked on this video, it is safe to say that you are one of two types of people. Either you cannot believe how someone could use up 5,000 spaces in their inventory and you want to witness the sheer madness, or you are a fellow hoarder who was living in denial until the dreaded message appeared. No more storage space. First, let me look for my bottle before we get into it. Let's see if I get a new DIY. Yeah, know that one already. Look at my villagers and their bins. Okay, let's get rid of that DIY. I want to dispose of it. I want a clean slate. And yeah, let's look how full my storage is. Maybe I still do have some space. I'm not sure. But first, let me check my bank account. I also want to see how much money I can make. So I'm transferring everything to the bank so I can see in the end how much profit I made. As you see, I do need some bells because I do like spending them. Oh, hey Annabelle, how are you? Cute. So, as I said, besides the scope of freeing up my space, I also have another motive, bells. I need bells. I'm basically broke, so I will document my earnings and will hopefully be a little richer after decluttering. So in this video I will go through every section of my storage and give you some tips on what is disposable in my opinion and declutter hopefully at least 500 to 1000 items. Let's start with the housewares. So I started with looking at the chairs, immediately shoving anything into my pocket that I would just never use. Just keep in mind that most items can be reordered from the catalog, so I'm trying to be strict in disposing of anything that I don't see myself using in the near future. Okay, so is there any chance that you need like 40 random chairs? And just, I know I could dispose of them a little faster, but I do want to make the maximum amount of bells. So I will select each one every time. Okay, how much can I get for that? Oh, 19k. Okay, that's not bad for our first batch. Thank you. So I just keep going through my housewares. I do think a lot of these items are questionable, but if I see a table at Nooks that looks new to me, I'm usually just buying it. I want to complete my catalog one day, so instead of double checking, it's just easier to buy it and throw it into my storage to worry about another day. Okay, Timmy, I'm back. How much can you give me? All done. 71k. Okay. Well, we're getting there. I'm a little surprised. I thought I would get maybe combined like 200 to 300k. But after this, wow, not bad so far. Okay. Now let's look at the other items. Yeah, I do not need most of those. I think they do look cute, but you have to really think about what you would actually use. But I do think that you can never have enough panels. Panels are so versatile in decorating, and also the seasonal items. I do like to keep them unless I can easily remake them. So 34k, okay. So I'm looking at the other lamps. Let's talk about the instruments. I don't know why I'm still clinging to them. I don't see myself ever using any of them. When I started the game, my first 2 builds ever were a gym and a stage for the instruments, just because the game loved giving those items to me. But let me tell you, don't force yourself to use what the game throws at you. Maybe you can do that until you have 3 stars, but after that it's okay to let go. So here I just saw the bears and I wasn't sure if I can reorder them. And so I verified that at Nook Shopping and I can reorder them. So I'm just keeping a few of them since I do want to make a giant bear someday. Other seasonal items, the art is complicated. And yeah, here I saw that I forgot to change the category, so now we're at Miscellaneous. I do love clutter, so I will not toss a lot from this section, but I do see some things that I want to get rid of. $38K, okay. I also like that thing in the back, the wooden with the little plant on it. So I might just buy that one, like a little reward after all the decluttering. Sounds totally reasonable, right? Just tossing it in the storage after that probably. But yeah, I want it. But yeah, let's not think about that. We still have a lot to declutter. So I'm looking through the candles and the lamps. $15K, not that good, but it's okay. I like plants, but I'm getting rid of some. Okay, we don't need 3 typewriters. I'm taking more than I thought I would. I mean, the puppy plushies are cute, but I am taking some away. Pockets are full. Nice. Yeah, I thought I would maybe make a little build with the watercolors, but didn't happen yet. Now let's get started with the wall-mounted items, which are not that useful since you can only use them at home. There are a lot of irreplaceable items, so I will not take a lot from them. And also the art is a little harder to dispose because I have to check first if they're real or fake, and then I can't just sell them. I have to throw the fake ones away. I do want to use the real ones to exchange for other art pieces in the future, on Nookazon maybe. The wallpaper is also tricky because some can't be reordered, like the ones you get from Sahara. So I am cautious at what I'm getting rid of. Same for floors. And the same for rugs. I do like rugs, but I wish we could put them outside already and use them for decorating. Oh, that's a big one. The fashion items, I have hundreds of them, maybe thousands. I love the clothes in ACNH. So how do I tackle this? I usually first select the ones that I have double, and then I think about if I want to gift some of them to my villagers. And as always, we have to check if the item is exclusive or can be reordered. Like the Dodo items, you only get once and then never again. So I would feel bad if I sold them by accident. It's not all that tough. You can still find them on Nicozon, but I do want to avoid selling them if possible. And lastly, I ask myself, just like I do in real life decluttering, will I ever wear this? And if the answer is no, then I just sell it. Don't think too much about it. Most things are replaceable, as I said. 14K isn't all that much, but let's talk about what we should do with the items. You can toss them in the garbage, which only makes sense if you're super rich or if you want to get rid of fake art. You could also get some wrapping paper, wrap all the items and sell them on Nicozon as mystery bags. I personally don't like to do this, since firstly I don't like to give people some items which I consider not that good. I do put a lot of thought in my mystery bags, so that isn't an option for me, but secondly, it does take so much time. Just imagine decluttering 500 items. You could sell max 40 items per trade, because that's all that goes on your pocket. So just wrapping them, then waiting for an offer, then waiting for a Dodo code. It would take like a week to get all of those trades done, even if you offer the bags for free, which I tried as well, but it still takes so much time. So I'm choosing the option 3, which is just selling the item at Nook's Granny. Okay, but back at the fashion items, I'm actually super bad at combining them. I think that's why I have so many clothes. Like when I want the red outfit and then the different clothes items don't have the same tone of red, that is infuriating. And I don't know why I'm not just getting custom content. Somehow my brain is insisting on using the normal clothes. So yeah, that could be why I have that many. Yeah, we are still at the fashion items. Like, look at all the hats. It's not like I would ever wear them, but I just like to hoard them. And also the winter hats, like spring is upon us, so makes no sense to keep all of them. And the doubles, I'm mostly picking up the items that I have 2 of. And socks, I usually always wear the same 3 socks. 13K, okay. Clothes are on the cheaper side. There's also like the mermaid shoes, which I would not get rid of because you get them from Pascal. And you can't order them again or craft them. The bags, some of the bags are from the fishing tourney or the bug off. Also the umbrellas, which I never use. Okay, next section is for creatures. Why would I keep so many creatures? First, I want to be prepared for Flick and CJ, so I can always order a collectible if they appear. I do like to display them sometimes. I do like some more, like the grasshopper has a nice cage. I haven't used it yet, but I might. And the last reason why I keep creatures in my storage is because villagers will ask for them randomly. And if I do happen to have that one in my storage, then I can fulfill that favor super fast instead of running around my island for sometimes hours trying to find that bug or fish. But we can still rehome some of the creatures, since I do not need 11 of the same butterfly. Okay, now comes the last section, and after the fashion items, my second most dreaded section. Other. So, Tools are practical for having a backup of and for gifting some colorful tools to villagers, but do I need 10 pinwheels? Well, I think I do. And why can't we stack them? Why do I have to use up so many places to have 9 of them? Only Nintendo can answer that. Okay, all of the items from Reds and a million hand lanterns. They do light up, so that's my defense. And I have an idea for a build. Also the starters, I do like to have backup starters, and don't judge me for the produce. When I did my last cleanup, I had 3 rows of every type of fruit and vegetable, so I already decluttered a lot of it. But yeah, I gotta be prepared for the apocalypse. My emergency stash in case I wanna cook some potato fries or something. Wow, 129k. That's I think that's the best I got so far. That's a really good offer. Okay, Timmy. Thank you. Let's take a look at my profit so far. I've been displaying my bell bags outside of Nook's Cranny so we can have an overview. And we have 6 bags so far. So I did decide to just keep 3 of each, 30 of each, but so I could have more storage space, because how likely is it that I don't need that much produce? Usually quite unlikely, so 30 should be enough. 94k, nice. And that's so cute, that little plant there. I will definitely buy that. I'm coming for you. Okay, we're still at the fruit. I do, as I said, have a lot of backup fruit. I will not get rid of the mushrooms. And gyroids. I want to have extra gyroids. I don't know why, but I want to declutter some of them. Like, I don't need 5 peaks. 3 is enough. Okay. And the fossils, I might want them for decorating later. I already decorated a little space beside my museum with fossils, so I do have a lot of DIYs, which are doubles. I just keep them from Nookazon mostly, so I'm getting rid of the bad ones. Look at all my belts. Okay, gotta move the trash can, so I have more space to show off my belts. Those DIYs, I don't even want to keep them. I'm just too lazy to get rid of them, so I just throw them into my storage, which is unfortunate because it clutters my storage. I don't know why I have that many shells or branches. I just like to have backup, but I do see that some of that is just ridiculous. I don't need that much clay. I rarely ever use clay. Winter items. Yeah, I do need 50 acorn leaves. Don't need that wrapping paper. Let's see. Timmy and Tommy want that assortment. Yes, very fine things. 120k. Perfect. So we are actually done. This took about 2 hours and I did end up decluttering a lot of unnecessary items. We gained almost 1000 new spaces to fill up again, so yay! I know that I will fill them up again, but let's just enjoy the moment of success. Let's not think about the inevitable future. It's time for a little pat on the back, a little celebration for all the hard work we just put in, and yay to all the new belts as well, which were also hard-earned. And now with an empty inventory, we can go and get what I wanted for about 2 hours. Hey Timmy and Tommy, we've seen each other 300 times today, but don't worry, this is the last time for today. I'm most excited about Little Plant, but also the whole piece of furniture, of course. I will totally use that immediately and will definitely not just throw it into my freshly decluttered storage. No, I wouldn't do that. No. Okay, and now it's time to count the belts. Take one by one. I did get more belts than I thought. I also had to move my trash can, if you remember. So let's see, wow. We did actually crack 1 million belts, which I did not expect at all. I thought maybe about 200 or 300k, so yay for my bank account. So maybe this video did motivate you to declutter your storage as well. There's just no way around it when you're a hoarder like me. Let me know what your weakness is regarding the items. Mine are definitely the items that light up and the items that you can't reorder. There is also a little plot twist, my mailbox, which is full with items that I ordered a long time ago. So yeah, what can you do? It never ends, but we still love the game. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you liked the video and see you next time.